Make This Make Sense brings together three professors and dynamic guests to unpack
the systems, trends, and social dynamics everyone is confused about.
With the women who actually understand them. With your hosts,
Entrepreneurship Professor Dr. Colleen Robb,
Entrepreneurship Instructor Annie Stout,
and Blockchain Instructor Kelly Werder. Okay, welcome to Make This Make Sense. This is a little bit about our new podcast. We want to talk a little bit about how we got here and what happened. But first, let me introduce myself. I am Kelly Werder. I teach a class on blockchain. I used to teach full-time in the School of Entrepreneurship at Florida Gulf Coast University. Before that, I was in the School of Resort and Hospitality Management. I have a very weird career path. I do have a JD and an MBA, and now I left about 2 years ago to do podcasting full time because, at 54, it made sense to just quit my job that was very steady with benefits, and become a podcaster like everyone who's 54 and female does. So anyway, I was having lunch with these lovely ladies. This idea came along, but first, let's introduce Annie. Who are you?
Yeah, I'm Annie Stout, and I'm an FGCU entrepreneurship instructor. Been there for almost 10 years. I did some theater growing up, some musical theater, and so I have an acting background as well, which I use in the classroom all the time. And I wanted to kind of do something different. And so that's how this podcast idea kind of came about with some lovely ladies here.
And Colleen, who the heck are you?
I don't even know. I mean, I'll just be honest.
Yeah, who are you?
I don't know.
Are you?
No, but I'll give it a shot. I don't know if most of us know who we are, but anyway, I am Dr. Colleen Robb. I'm a professor of entrepreneurship at FGCU. I have been teaching entrepreneurship now for like 22 years, which is just
Wow.
like crazy to
That's
say.
crazy.
I've started numerous entrepreneurship centers at numerous universities. My background's also in theater, and just kind of loved entrepreneurship and the process of putting together a business. It's the same as putting on a play, and so like
Yep.
the skills just fit right in. And I'm a definitely when I grew up, I was a tomboy because I hated mean girls. That was always kind of my thing. And you guys are amazing. And all of our guests, I am expecting to be amazing and just empowering women to be who they are and really encourage their work, their mission. I just found it really, really, really inspiring. As you'll see, if you've got your camera on, I'm also a therapy dog handler. So me and Simba go to nursing homes. He's a golden doodle, and I love animals as well. Uh, but I was just really, really excited to get the three of our minds together to explore minds that are doing amazing things.
And it's so we all had lunch it's about a month ago now. And
Mhm.
I was talking about, my live stream podcast. It's called GM Farcaster. It's very niche to a very tiny little area of the crypto world.
Can I just say
And
something, Kelly?
sure.
I I watched some of it
Yeah.
and
Awesome.
I had no
No
idea
idea. No clue,
what you
right?
were talking about.
Well, you
Yeah.
did try. That's cool that you
But I
watched
mean,
it.
I
she's an
appreciate it.
expert. She's an absolute
I mean,
expert in
that's
this
pretty
niche.
cool that you, yeah.
But I was like,
I've
what?
had many my mother watched finally. I think it took her 2 years before she actually watched an episode. I had no idea what you were talking about, but you looked good. You looked very professional. Although I think you should let Adrienne talk more. That was the feedback I got. I'm
Oh
like,
my
okay.
God.
I'm like,
Okay.
okay, great. That's really funny. So we were having lunch and I'm telling him about like what I've been doing and sort of where that's at. And this is where this idea was born of like, what if we got together, found some amazing women who are doing amazing things, whether that's research in academia, whether that's out in the world, whether that's entrepreneurs who are, launching their own businesses. And so far we have 5 episodes that we've already recorded. When this trailer hits, we're going to be dropping three and then start dropping one a week. And we've already had a PhD who's done research, a postdoc who's done research around mansplaining and conflict in the workplace. We've had a unbelievably energetic career agent is the way she describes herself, who works with Gen Z and them helping them get jobs. We had a yoga instructor who focuses on trauma, and that was so good, and we actually did some breathing, a little breathing exercise. I'm gonna cut that down a little bit because it went a little long, and it might get a little, especially if you're not watching, it's gonna be, at some point, you're gonna be like, "Are they still there?" Um, still breathing. And then today we just recorded a couple more and a couple other amazing women in education, an instructional designer who works a lot in corporate world and what they do, and then an instructional coach who works with K through 12 and talking about cell phones in the classroom and teacher burnout. So we're covering like the gamut, and I know we have some entrepreneurs coming up that we're going to be chatting with.
I'm really
Um,
interested in the researcher that researches how women are interrupted.
I don't know what you're
See what
talking
I did
about.
there?
What? What? What?
What do you mean? Um, So I'm really
Okay, what?
excited. What are you guys excited about for this little journey we're taking?
I am excited to learn.
Yeah,
I hate that thing like that people say, "Oh, I'm a lifelong learner." I actually am. And so
same.
this
Yeah.
is like a selfish way to understand things that I might not have understood before, but to get people to kind of talk about it. And so I like that, but I also like the support that we can develop. I think that that's why I wanted to start this. That sometimes in the workplace, women can be really tough to work with and territorial. And I think if we kind of open that up and have it be more supportive and ongoing, that maybe we will stay in our jobs longer and have more satisfaction. But also, like our last our last guest, she talked about this idea of being burned out because you weren't taking care of yourselves as a whole. And so I say this as an extension of what I do in the classroom. That's all wonderful, but like, who am I outside of the classroom? So that's kind of why I wanted to do this.
How about you,
I would
Colleen?
say, yeah, I would say for me, I think it's finding people that are doing really interesting work that may or may not be as recognized as they should be.
Mm.
I We are going to be interviewing people that have a great following. We're going to be interviewing people that don't have a great following. But I think that there's something to be valued in recognizing unique work that is making an impact and giving them that space to really talk about their work from a human perspective, right? Whether we're doing academic research, whether we're doing practitioners, like here's the takeaways that you can take away from this episode that you can actually implement today, right? Like
Mhm.
actionable things that our audience can do in addition to learning about whatever topic we're talking about.
Love that. And I've learned something from every single one of these episodes so far. We've had 5. I've learned multiple things from each of these episodes that I can take with me and that have made me think and that have spurred other, research I wanted to look at or things I wanted to think about. So I think that's what this is going to be, and it's going to evolve. We're going to iterate.
Mhm.
We're starting in a bare bones, and it's going to be, a little rough in the beginning, but hang with us, and we'll start dropping episodes on each Wednesday. We're gonna drop, like I said, we're gonna drop 3 for that first Wednesday, and then we'll start dropping 1 each week. And we hope you follow us along in our journey. Anything else you want to add to that, Annie or Colleen, before we sign off on this little trailer?
Well, I would say maybe watch us on video because Annie's chair is going to keep changing throughout all of the episodes.
You'll just
Stay
never
tuned.
know. Sometimes I'll
You'll
be
never
sitting on
know.
the floor. Sometimes it'll be
We recommend you watch the video, yes. But also you'll be able to find us on all the places: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. But yes, if you get the visuals, you get a little bonus. And my background will also be changing often. So there you go. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to getting this show on the road, and look for it soon. Coming soon. Bye bye.